Take two. Hello, my name is Brock Rzesnowiecky, pronounced Rzesnowiecky, and I'm 21 years old, and I've been playing pickleball now for about 11 years. So how did I start playing? I grew up in California for a majority of my life. Whenever we would go and we would visit family in Vegas, they wanted something for us kids to do. They have been playing for a bit, and they're like, we have this fun game to show you, right? And so we got started that way, and it got to a point, I believe, around in 2019, and we thought, okay, we actually enjoy this. We'll try and find some spots in California to play. And so just kept going on from there. And then around 2022, I really saw a major growth in the sport, and I was like, okay, I think I'm pretty good. I think I can try this out. And so I've been working hard at playing ever since then. Can you tell me about my pickleball journey? So my journey has kind of been a little crazy. So when we were playing in California, there really wasn't any avenues for me to really progress. We lived pretty far away from anywhere that had any good players. Our only option at the time would either we would drive 2 hours to the coast and maybe possibly get some games in with some good players if that was available. But at the time, it just didn't make sense for me. We found a guy by the name of Aaron Coyle. Took some lessons from him when he was a really good starting point. But in 2022, we moved to Minnesota, which I'm currently residing in, and I feel like I've had some major growth there. Pickleball is, I would say, has been easier to access out here than in California. And I've been able to reach better players and higher level quicker than I think that I would out there. In 2022, I saw a huge growth. And honestly, it was just because I was able to get access to better players, put myself in situations where I could meet those players. And so pretty much been my journey so far. What's been your favorite moment in pickleball so far? This is kind of tough because I don't think I've had like one favorite moment. I will say beginning of 2025 was probably my favorite moment of pickleball, just because throughout 2024 for about 6 months I had worked on just drilling, didn't play much, and really focused on putting in the work to start 2025 off strong. I started off by winning 3 tournaments in a row, and then one of the biggest tournaments in Minnesota, taking second. And so I really think that has been my favorite moment of the year, right? Starting 2025 off that strong was really just a stamp on like, yes, we've put in the work and we're seeing results. This year, 2026, I kind of want to start off the same way. I've been putting in all the work and I want to see some major improvements here. I felt like from 2025 to 2026, I'm a completely different player. Mentality-wise and play-wise, I'm much smarter. I feel like I matured a bit more, and this year I really want to see those results show. So have high expectations for myself this year. What paddle do I use? So I'm currently sponsored by Mark Pickleball. I met them out in 2024 at the Kansas City PPA, and I had been talking to them for a while before that tournament, but I really had a good tournament out there. I won my first round of qualifiers in singles and in men's doubles. I just had a really good tournament throughout that whole time. I'd been talking to the owner, talking to Wesley a bunch, the owner of Mark Pickleball. We decided that we wanted to go forward with things. Met him out there, been playing with them ever since, and I honestly think that they've been really vital for me as a player. Wesley's been so supportive of this. I can get a hold of him so easily, and he's always there wanting to support me on anything that I have an idea on. Big shout out to them. They've been amazing. Honestly, loving their stuff. They've got a new paddle coming out, the O2 R3. It's a Gen 4 foam paddle, and honestly, I think it's their best paddle that they've made, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. I feel like it fits my game really, really well. And immediately when I started using it, I just felt super comfortable. Didn't feel like there was any adjustment period, and I was like, oh yeah, this is good. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just been good things all around for that. Yeah, so how long have you been using it? What do you like about it? Yeah, so I've been using the O2 R3 for almost a month now. It's initially soft. A lot of paddles, as soon as you touch the ball, it feels like it just booms, right? You hit the ball and it just goes. But what I like about the R3 is that it's got a nice initial soft touch to it, but the moment you really start to swing big, the paddle just feels like it unlocks for you, right? The bigger you swing, the more it gives you. And so for dinks and soft shots, like resets, dinking, drops, it's got that nice soft feel, but in the moment you want to swing bigger, that's when it really goes. And I feel like that's what I like out of a paddle. I don't want it to be initially hard and then have to shorten up my swings. I want to be able to swing big on the soft shots and also big on the harder shots, right? For me, at least, it fits my style well, and I just think that I've been just enjoying the heck out of that paddle so far. Have I tried any other paddles, right? So at the moment, Mark Pickleball is not on the PPA approved list. I've been using a different paddle. I would say it's very similar. It doesn't have as much firepower. It doesn't have as much power, but I just want something that feels similar to what the Mark Pickleball paddle has, because if it was up to me, I would be using that thing for every single tournament. But I'm at a stage of my level where I want to focus on qualifiers and trying to make it through. Kind of getting put into a little bit of a box on what I can use. Who knows? Maybe in the future they'll have plans to be able to put their paddle up on that UPA list. But for the time being, I have to use something else for those events. So that's not up to me. But I've been liking it. I've been enjoying it, but I would prefer to use my Mark paddles all day. How that paddle's helped me to play, I feel like it has been good for the PPAs, right? I have had some pretty good success with it, but like I said, it's not ideal for me personally because I want to be using my Mark paddles all the time. But unfortunately, they're just not on the list, and it's really expensive to get on that list. So I completely understand where they're coming from. But yeah, if it was up to me and I could do whatever I wanted, I would be using their stuff for the PPAs. Absolutely. So how often do I play tournaments? I really want to, for this year in 2026, I really want to travel more, be able to go out to more tournaments this year. I was planning on doing a lot more traveling in 2025. It didn't work out that way, but I got a lot more local tournaments planned, kind of subsidized that a little bit. For this year, I really want to travel more. I want to do more of the PPA challengers, put myself in situations where I feel like I get forced to get better, right? I feel like when you play the same people every time, you kind of get used to, their style, how they hit the ball. But when you go out and travel, it's always just new styles and new play styles, and they don't know what you know, and you don't know what they know, right? And so it's, I think for me, it's good just because I'm able to see things from my game that I struggle with when coming here. I can kind of hide those a little bit better, or I can get away with it just because I know what my opponents are going to do. I can make myself more known than just here in Minnesota, and I think that's also really important to have name recognition when you travel, so that you can get better partners, people know you, right? And there's just a little bit more eyes on you, so that if opportunities come, they already know who you are and they know that you travel, and you have some more merit to your name. My next tournament is a local money ball here in Minnesota. I'll be playing both mixed with my partner, Allie Brown. We've never played together, but I feel like we're gonna do super well. And then I'm playing with my men's partner, Sam Szymanski. So that's going to be the tournament to kick off the year. Really hoping to do well, because this is really just going to be a baseline for the next big tournament that's coming here in Minnesota. So really want to do well here. Got really good partners, and I don't see why I can't be on the top of the podium on both events. What are the skills that I've been working on the most right now? So I've actually been working on speeding them off the bounce a little bit more, being more aggressive off the bounce. I got really good out of the air attacks, being able to follow up there, but I've never really been comfortable speeding them off the bounce. And so that's something that I've been working on a bunch, and honestly just being more relaxed in the hands battles too. I feel like the more relaxed you are, especially for any player out there, the more relaxed you are when you're hitting those volleys and those hands battles, like the quicker your hands actually are, because things are less tense and things just move better, right? Also mentality-wise, really working on just being it's kind of tough to say, not as serious in the moments. Of course, I'm going to take everything that I do on court serious, but not having such a serious attitude of, I can't miss a single shot, I got to be in this direction the whole time, I can't do this or this. I'm trying to be way more open about what do I need to change, what do I need to get better at, right? Also mentality-wise, taking that into every avenue that I want to go in. Like, what do I need to learn? What do I need to get better at? Fitness wise, I've really taken a step back and realized I'm not where I think I am, and so I've really been working on that and figuring out, really just trying to learn what I don't know, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. When I'm playing out there too, mentality-wise, like I really want to be, this year, a really big goal of mine is to be the best partner that I can be, right? Be super supportive, really try to pump my partner up. If they're having a hard time on the courts, trying to take some of that pressure off, right? And then, I just want to be a better partner, better player, and overall just improve that. So what do I do for a living? Right now, I'm a coach. So I teach pickleball as well as play tournaments. And I feel like since 2014, so I kind of have a different eyes for everything, right? I've been playing since I was 9. I've seen how the game has gone from soft paddles, no spin, to soft paddles with spin, to more power with spin, and now ultra power and extreme spin, right? So I've seen how the game has changed, right? And I feel like I have just a different mental when I come to teaching. I see all these different avenues, and I've had to teach myself a lot of the skills that I've learned. I'm able to take that experience over 11 years of playing and seeing how the game's changed, and I feel like I'm able to really portray what I see better than most coaches, I think, especially in pickleball, because I've played for so long, and I started really young, and I've had to teach myself a lot of the skills that I have, and so I can just take that and apply it to teaching anybody, and I feel like that's been a huge thing in my pocket, in my back pocket, that I have that not many other people have. So